Hi guys, welcome back to the Adonis Talk, where we empower your journey to success and personal growth. My name is Jared. Oh, wait. Again, welcome back to the Adonis Talk, where we empower your journey to success and personal growth. Today's a bit different.
Exactly.
We finally got mics, whole new setup. This is all thanks to our first sponsor, MyBonk. I'll bit on them later on.
And today's episode is a little bit different as we have a new guest, the first guest to our podcast. Come on in. There you go.
Hey guys.
Hello, Alex.
Hello,
How are you
Alex.
feeling?
Good. Bit
Good.
nervous, but
First podcast?
yeah. Nervous but excited.
Yeah, no, always. Can you touch up a bit on who you are, what you do?
Basically, I'm Alex. I'm studying business management like you guys here at Lancaster. And basically today I just want to talk about my experience in the military for the past year.
Sweet.
But I want to ask you, how do you pronounce your name? 'Cause-
Yeah.
I don't pronounce it. Since being here, I have got that question a lot.
Yeah.
Basically, it's Alex Hadjinicolaou.
Hadjinicolaou.
I was going to present you, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm not pronouncing that. So Alex is my roommate back in our accommodation. And now he has the honor to be our first guest.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So obviously, I guess you knew it was mandatory for all 18-year-old males to go to do the service. But how did you feel like going there for the first time?
I was extremely nervous, but there was a sense of excitement, but not excitement in the good way, just excitement of like experiencing new things and seeing what's going to happen. Because it's not a normal thing. Not everyone can say they did the army. So I was like, all right, let's do this. Like first day.
Sure. And what's the situation in Cyprus? Like, are everybody 18 has to do it? Because I know Cyprus is sort of divided in two, right? There's
Yes.
like the sort of Greek side and the Turkish side,
Yeah.
right? So how does that work? Do both parts do it? Or?
Well, honestly, I'm not really sure about the Turkish side because I've only been once and never really go. But for our side, the Cypriot side, basically every boy 18 that has Cypriot ID has to do the army.
Anyways, Alex, what was the most difficult part or like the most challenging part about your whole army thing? You know?
Well, probably the first 2 months because obviously new experience.
Yeah.
And it was during summer, so I had to be in the army while all my like friends were going out and stuff. But yeah, the first 2 months learning what to do, how to do it right, because it is the army. Everything has to be perfect. Your bed has to be made. Your gun has to be clean, and basically just all of that. And just it was just really nervous at the beginning. Really,
Yeah, basically, you had to like
you had to get
adapt,
used to it.
adapt to the disciplined life, and it was very
Exactly.
difficult, you know. Yeah.
Is it as disciplined as it's thought to be? Like, if you look at like American movies, you see it's just so tough. Like the guns, like cleaning the guns and shit. Is that the same? Like, is that reality?
Well, basically, first 2 months, yeah. But as you keep going, like after Christmas, after the Christmas period, around January, February, they do get lighter on you.
Okay.
And like, and because Cyprus is small, you know a lot of people. They're like, okay, let's make sure you do your jobs, you do them right, and they won't be annoying to you. They won't shout at you as much.
Is that because you guys are getting more disciplined, or is it just really because they just go softer with you along the time?
A bit of both, actually.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously, the longer you know a person, the closer you get.
Yeah.
But we were more disciplined. We understood everything. We understood that we had to do this. Our bed had to be made. Our gun had to be clean, and just get into a habit of doing it.
Did you have like a wake up call, like a sound?
Not a sound. Just that our lights would go on.
So
Someone would have
yeah.
to wake us up.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Around 10 to 7, so 6:50.
Yeah, there's no like trumpet going. Wake up!
Or someone shouting like "Wake up, wake up!" or something like that. Also.
At the beginning, yes,
Yeah,
we did have a trumpet going. It was a speaker,
Really?
but yeah,
Damn.
that did wake us up.
Yeah, imagine.
God.
Obviously, I guess you made some like expectations of it, but once you arrived, what was like what moments made you think like, "Wow, I never expected that"?
Most, to be honest. I mean, obviously it is the army, but I mean, how can you prepare to go to the army? you can't really. I mean, I had friends that did it like years before, and you still can't prepare because it's each to their own, basically, each to their own experiences, each to their own placement, everything. Do you mind not saying Turkish side one more time?
I know that that is a sensitive topic. I
No,
will not
because like
talk about
we
Turkish
call it
side.
occupied side, and like
Occupied side.
yeah, depending who sees this, just
Okay.
yeah, don't damage.
Is
You
any
can say
Turkish? I'm sorry.
you can say Turkish people, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Does everybody do the same stuff, or are you like specified into certain areas? Like, I don't know. Is it like only army, or is there also some air force and naval stuff?
Oh
or is
no,
it-
there are special forces,
Okay.
which I'm not gonna lie, I do regret not going for it because I just signed up to be a normal soldier.
So you can actually sign up into the,
Yeah,
which
I had
category you actually
friends.
want.
Yeah, I've got a friend right now. Actually, he's a year younger than me. He's doing the Cyprus version of Navy SEALs. It's called
Wow,
OIC,
yeah.
and only like 6 people finish it.
Wow.
And yeah, and you've got the OIC, which is the Navy SEAls. You've got LOC, which is basically commando.
Okay.
And then you've got Stradonomia, which is military police.
Nature
Okay.
abuse.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to choose one, what would you choose?
Well, I
What
did
would you
choose
wish? Oh, yeah, but you chose to be a general
Lock.
soldier, but yeah.
Lock.
What is that?
So
basically just the
Marine-
commando, which is
Oh.
a step higher than the military
Okay.
police, but a step lower than Navy SEAls.
All right, moving away from the negative things, like I want to talk about the positive things
Alright.
that came in the army life. Obviously, there's memories that stick with us for entire lives. Is there anything that happened, like any events that happened in the army?
Positive.
Yeah, positive. That happened in the army.
I'm gonna say my friends that I made in the army.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we became very close,
You became basically brothers, right?
Yeah.
So you went through the whole. You went through hell together.
and we were together a lot,
Yeah.
like a
Well,
lot,
yeah.
because like
I mean, yeah.
you're more in the army than you are at home. So because you're awake most of the day. Like most of the day we were awake 20 hours a day with 4 hours
hell.
sleep around.
Mm-hmm.
And so being together for 20 hours, you get to know each other very well. We did become like brothers. I still talk to them today.
Oh, good.
And when I go back in December, I'm going to go see them. So
It's
positives, my
just-
friends.
It's just something like, when you do things which are disciplined with your brothers, you
Yeah.
just get closer
It's
with
crazy.
them.
Yeah,
Just the
basically.
whole
So
the whole experience.
I'm not
just do it
surprised with
together.
that thing, but yeah.
Any crazy anecdotes you've got of your 14 months there?
Positive or negative?
Both. Just spill the beans.
Spill the beans.
So I have one thing that I don't think I'm going to forget until I die. It's probably the most scared I've ever been.
Wow.
One night, one of the guys slept through their guard duty because it was 2 to 4 a.m. Basically, the way it works is you've got guard duty during the night, 2 hours, and you just rotate.
Okay.
And he slept through it. So we woken up around, must have been 4:30. I was just in bed. And we woke up to screaming. He turned the lights on. He started screaming at us, yelling, "What is happening? Why haven't you done this?" Stuff like that. And
Sorry, who was screaming?
our senior officer,
Okay,
basically.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sergeants or something.
And as he was screaming, he left, but he punched our wall and dented it.
Damn.
It was that's
Tantrum.
nothing.
That's nothing. Okay, all right.
And he just slammed the door on his way out. We thought that was it, and we all lay back. We tried to go to bed. The door was basically panels, plastic panels. He broke through the bottom, climbed into the room, and he was quite a strong guy. Got our beds, slammed them together, got each one of our
I'm trying to imagine this in. Okay.
This is mad, bro.
got each one of us by the collar, threw us out of bed.
No way.
This was around November, December, so it was quite cold, and all of us in like a little army pajamas, outside, and we had to get on our knees and we had to just basically listen to him shout at us, and he made us clean at 4 a.m. and we didn't go to sleep after that.
Yo. Yeah, I can
Imagine, bro.
Fucking,
That's like
fucking slamming the beds and shit.
that is traumatizing. That is actually.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is.
Yeah.
That's sick.
What would you do if this happens to you?
Slapping them in the face. Like
Slapping the
fucking-
bed. Yeah, fine,
right. Big guy.
I'd be dead. Always really wanted to have this like feel of at least going like 6 months into the doing like some kind of military service, just for the discipline side of stuff, like discipline, the experience you get through it. Obviously, I know there's a lot of training and a lot of stuff, so you get new skills, especially when it comes to I'm not going to say getting jacked, but you see what I mean.
No, you get fit.
You get fit.
You get
I don't
fit.
think you get jacked. How often will you is it like workouts, or do you actually train, like do stuff that then makes you leaner? Don't know if you see what I mean.
basically the stuff that makes you leaner. I mean, mostly runs. We didn't really do weights. We just did calisthenics, runs, push-ups,
calisthenics,
pull-ups.
Pull up, yeah, the classic.
Yeah, basically.
So you wouldn't really have sessions where you start just pushing weight and stuff.
No, we didn't really do that.
It's more of the practical stuff, like picking up heavy things.
Yeah,
and
like
climbing
the
things and
Yeah,
everything.
like stuff you would actually
yeah.
do that'd be serve you purpose on the battlefield if ever you were called.
I mean, you don't need like I don't know, traps or
Imagine
something like
you're
that.
like
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah, the
you're at
aesthetics,
war and you're just starting bench pressing your fucking RPG. Like, what are you doing?
What the fuck?
I actually shot an RPG.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that?
Okay.
It was actually quite fun
Really?
because basically you get given a standard gun, the
Okay.
G3A3 rifle.
Okay.
Now this G3A3 rifle, like how is it like?
It's just basically like a normal, like you ever seen the
Yeah,
video
no.
games in AK-47?
Yeah.
Basically looks like that,
that,
just
okay.
a different ammo.
Yeah,
Okay.
And when we shot that, I didn't realize how much recoil it would have,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it hurt.
Really?
Yeah, like it just went back like that.
Did you? Oh, fucking light detector. Do you need obviously people with you while doing it?
Yeah.
How
of
many
course.
people? Like 2, 3,
One
1.
One
Okay,
guy.
just one guy behind you too. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but the RPG has no recoil and just goes in a straight line.
Oh, okay. And where do you shoot it at? Like
A tank.
a tank?
You
Yeah.
shot.
Not a live one, just a really old tank that was left from the war.
Obviously,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we shot at that.
And did it like do any damage to the tank or?
Barely. There was an
Barely.
explosion, but then when the dust cleared,
Yeah, there's just
nothing.
So obviously, it's not very easy to live in the military. It's obviously difficult, right? You gotta live a very disciplined life, but not every day you feel motivated or something. I mean, did you even feel motivated, anyways? But yeah, how did you keep your spirits up? When the days are like very rough.
Basically, it was just
And did you ever go back home?
yeah, like every week
Every
you do
week?
get
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
you're
that's
allowed
all.
to go home, but it does get cut if you mess up. Gun's not clean, your bed's not right.
Even your bed, like if there's like a wrinkle, you're like,
Oh yeah, the beds, they were strict about the beds.
The wrinkle, imagine there's a wrinkle.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, on the bad days, basically, I just called my parents, called my friends, because obviously my friends, they're also going through the same thing. So when I called them, and you just know you're not alone, basically. And it helps, really, really helps. Because I remember, when was it? It must have been December, it was Christmas time. Basically, the way it works is they make groups for Christmas, New Year's, and a Cypriot holiday that's Foda. Foda is after January. It's between the 5th and the 12th, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure. And you get put into groups. I got put into that Foda group, so I missed Christmas and New Year's. I was in the army for Christmas and New Year's.
Unfortunate, actually.
Yeah, so like I saw my friends out, I saw my family all having dinner together, and I was in the army. But those nights, you have other friends that were also in that.
Yeah.
So I just called them and we just like talked about it and basically cried together.
Yeah, crying together is better than crying alone.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
Did you discover any hidden talents or skills during your service
interesting question,
that
actually.
you didn't have?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think I would be good at shooting. Apparently, I was.
You really?
Really?
Yeah.
It's a great skill.
I mean, I don't know why I would need that skill, but
Yeah.
like, it's
Hunting.
nice to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a zombie apocalypse, you know who to.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, shooting, I actually enjoyed it because it was the only fun bit of the army,
Yeah, I can
basically.
imagine just with your, with your lads. Just
And
Yeah,
the RPG, I guess.
Sorry?
And the RPG.
And the RPG.
Yeah,
The RPG was fun.
Well, but it's not very often, is it?
No, we only did that like 3 times, though.
Fucking
Yeah.
walking
These
around.
chairs are comfortable.
Yeah, they're
Fucking
very
Matrix.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Matrix walks? Oh, I see. Yeah. Matrix. Could you walk us through your like typical day at the army when you wake up, etc.?
So basically, wake up 6:50, get cleaning everything, make sure everything's spot perfect, and after that, what did we used to do? It did depend on the day because like we did used to assign our tasks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, different things. Monday normally we would learn about our guns, about all of the guns. You did have to know that because they do test you on it.
Oh, do you have like class sessions?
No
sometimes,
class
right?
sessions, but like some higher up, very
Could
higher
they
up.
come up and be like, "What's that?"
Yeah,
And you can be
yeah.
like, "Oh, it's an RPG."
Literally,
really?
exactly that.
Like in the start of the morning.
Just randomly, they're gonna be like,
Yeah. You don't know when they're coming. You might get a 5-minute warning, and then you're like, all right. Then you have to basically take everything out of the shed
Yeah.
and basically just learn how to put each together. There was one gun, it was called the MG3, and basically that went on a kind of like a tripod, just a big one, and you had to learn how to make the tripod, put it together apart, because
Is it the chain bullet? Like
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta feed
exactly.
the-
Wicked. I always wanted to shoot a gun.
What was his specialty though?
Heavy artillery,
Heavy artillery.
hence
okay.
the RPG.
RPG and all that
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
And this thing called there is really no English translation for it. Especially just in Greek it's bao.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds.
And
Sounds like the food, right? Wow.
yeah.
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 And it's basically just a Jeep with a cannon on it. And yeah, I shot that.
So but you had no interest, I'm guessing, specifically before going to the army.
No, not really. I mean, obviously when I was a kid I did play like Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Like Nerf guns and stuff.
Yeah, Nerf guns.
I love that.
God, I forgot about Nerf guns. I
Da-da-da-da-da.
just feel old. Yeah, Nerf guns. And so basically, yeah, and handling a real gun is a bit different because
It's
it
heavy
can
rods.
actually like,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
hit someone.
And it's very heavy, right? I'm guessing.
yeah, it's quite.
Yeah, so obviously from my understanding, as long as I've known you for, you obviously didn't like. Well, how can I say this? Like you didn't like you wouldn't go. Would you go back to it? Like if
No.
you called back, okay, exactly. Okay, so you obviously didn't appreciate it that much, right? Like explain me your thought. Well, yeah.
It's not that I didn't appreciate it. I mean, I did like realize the positives that came out of it, but I would never do that again.
Never
It's a waste of a year.
waste of a year.
Well,
Will you do it for 6 months?
No, I
No,
couldn't.
honestly not.
No.
Because that's something I really want to look into, like actually doing it for like 6 months.
I'm sure you can in like other
I'm sure.
countries.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like even like companies that just like pay out like a military service kind of thing where you pay and you just do it for 6 months and don't know how it would work. But I really want to just as you said, like all the stuff you get out of it, like the discipline, the brotherhood, the whole skill
Yeah.
sets and stuff.
But it's interesting that you say it's like kind of useless for a year. Do you think it's worth it for 6 years? And
6 years.
Yeah.
6 years.
I mean, sorry, 6 months.
6
months.
years.
6 years. No.
Yeah, I do. Like, I say I would never do it again,
Yeah.
but I would advise you guys to like
Okay.
do like a
To
6 month.
actually experience it,
Yeah.
to see what it's like. Yeah, because what did you get from it?
Basically, it opens up your perspective. It helps you mature. It helps you appreciate everything. Going in there, like, you just appreciate the small things. Just your home, your bed.
Yeah.
Just going home, seeing your family, your friends, and it does make you realize that things. I mean, not for everyone, but things aren't that bad. It could. There's always. It could be worse. And it
100%.
helps you mature like that.
100%. Yeah.
So you're just happier, right? Like when you're living a normal life, like right now. you're
Like
just happy.
right now.
You're not like getting awakened by your sergeant
No,
screaming
yeah,
or like
exactly.
punching you in the face.
I
or
wanted to
something
prank
like
you
that.
like that, but I didn't know how to prank you with it because
Yeah, do not do that.
I just wanted someone just break down your door and just get you from the car and fucking slam
You're
you
gonna
on
give
the
him
door.
PTSD. So you're like,
Yeah, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean,
did you get any like degree of PTSD? Well, PTSD is a very severe fucking mental illness. But do you have anything close to it? Like, or not really?
not really,
Not-
but like I said about when I was thrown out my room at 4 a.m. That day I was going home, and I remember I went home, and my dad, he like looked at me, and like me and my dad are extremely close. We don't really like share feelings and stuff, but we are very close.
Yeah, like typical brother, son, dad.
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
It's like close, but not like
Yeah.
yeah.
But this was like one of the first times my dad like looked at me and he was like, okay, he is scared.
Yeah.
I was like shaking,
Yeah.
and I was really worried. I couldn't go back to sleep. So
So you just go to your
I was just in my
go to your
bed and I was
door
like,
again.
I was like having trouble breathing. It was like not a panic attack. It was just
Yeah.
like it was very worrying.
Yeah, no, for sure.
you couldn't forget for days, right?
I don't think I'm never gonna forget that. Never.
It'll teach you to not forget your shift again.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't even you. Yeah, true that. So yeah.
Imagine if
So all of that for
guy-
nothing. Yeah.
But that, like it sounds bad, but that also teaches you teamwork. Basically, when you realize that when you mess up, others pay for it as well. It's not just you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I did go in with a different mentality. I was just thinking, if I mess up, okay, I might not go home, but like no one else pays. But when you realize that others will pay for your mistakes, it helps you like, all right, I'm gonna do well, not just for myself, for the others. And I feel like you've seen me recently around campus. You know, like I do like talking to people and like that. It just
Absolutely,
helps you. I like it. I like being sociable now.
Yeah.
It just helps you everything with learning how to meet new people, how to talk to new people.
Were you less social before that then? Did it make you more social then?
Not really. I mean, I've always liked having friends. I always liked going out, talking, all of this stuff. But just it helps you realize that not everything is about you.
For sure. Did you keep any of the, I'd say, good habits from like your bed and stuff, and you're trying to, or
Is
you?
your room
lost
actually
it?
clean?
Let's go check.
Let's go check.
The footage on right now.
Actually,
So dirty now.
my room isn't that clean now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to get back into it, like, because I remember when I got out, I just say I haven't been that happy in a while. It was just such a nice feeling of relief that I didn't have to go in, didn't have to shave every day, which was really annoying as well.
That's what I thought, because I was thinking about that, like the actual going through that so much intense, like doing that, and all the stress put on there. It almost makes you want to not do it once you get out. So I feel like it'd be a good thing for like discipline, like doing your bed, going on a run, teamwork and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But then once you get out of it, because it was just so intense, so stressful, that you just want to drop it off and be like, nah, because you assimilate the bad stuff with what you learned.
I mean, yeah, there's a fair point. And like, I remember when I got out, I was literally like, I do not want to do
fuck this.
I do not want to do anything today.
Yeah.
I will just stay in bed, watch TV.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That was, I mean, I actually did that when I got out for like 3 days, and I got so bored. I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again. I was always tired.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So
basically.
did it impact your rhythm afterwards? Did you go back into a normal rhythm, or
No, it was actually worse.
really?
Because it messes with your sleep. The max you would get in one night was 6 hours, but not in a row. It would either be 3 and 3 or 4 and 2.
Bro, that is bad.
Yeah,
It's bad.
and not
'Cause-
not
yeah,
even 6. I mean,
Especially at your age, because we're still like developing and growing
Yeah,
and
at
stuff.
18 or something.
Yeah,
you need
like having that little
9 to 10
sleep, I'm not
hours.
sure it's that great for your. Just
no,
for
it
your
messes
mental
with
health.
you.
Fucking hell, stupid lights.
I can hate these
It's not the best setup. It's getting there. Soon.
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 But yeah, it does mess with your sleep schedule. Like, I remember one of the days, I went home and we went out around I went home around 2:30 p.m. and I literally slept all day. But then I woke up at 1 a.m. and I couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah, so you just sort of like shifted your whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did point something out. It was food. How is the food there? Is it like school
Oh, yeah, that's
wise, or is it
interesting.
like actual like quality food, like protein sources and good stuff, or is it like
Yeah, like MRE, you know, the MRE stuff.
Yeah.
Ready to meal. I think it's ready to eat meat.
But yeah, I mean,
those kind of things. Do you get them or like?
basically the way it worked was before COVID, they had chefs, army chefs. So like their job was making food for us. But after COVID, obviously with everything, bacteria and everything like that, we had catered food from this company that worked for the army basically.
Okay.
And honestly, food wasn't that bad. I was worried about the food, but when I went in, I was like, okay, the food is definitely not that
there's
bad.
other stuff to worry about?
And also, we did have a kitchen, and towards like when we were like 6-7 months in, they let us use it way more often. So we did sometimes bring food from home and cook by ourselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, we had meat, chicken, pasta. Pasta wasn't bad.
Sounds good.
It did taste like plastic at some point, but I've had worse.
Yeah.
Alright, it was alright.
For sure. So yeah, like I am for a certain degree of the military service, but I don't think that, especially for like the whole sleep deprived side, like maybe later in a man's life, like maybe like mid-20s, once you're fully developed and grown, even though there's benefits to it at such a young age when it comes to discipline, maturity. I'm sure you came out of it more mature. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I think that I think if I was gonna go to do it, I think it'd be like more like mid-20s, maybe beginning 20s, especially for that aspect of lack of sleep, because
Yeah, honestly, like the lack of sleep is just will annoy me, because if I don't get like a restful sleep, I can't do anything. Honestly.
So I'm trying to sort of reduce my sleep, still keeping obviously in the healthy fork to have more work done in the day and have more stuff during the day. But I just have to sleep. Like if I don't have if I try to sleep at like 7 hours a day, it's just not enough. I've got to sleep like 8-9 hours.
You always
8 is good sleep.
Yeah. But for I just even 8, I'm like a bit. So did it impact your sleep at all? Like after that, did you need less sleep, or did it just sort of like come back to a normal state after a while?
It took a while, but yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
sometimes
like the minute I got out, I was sleeping like 6 hours a night, and I was fine in the morning.
yeah,
I
you
was
got
sleeping.
used to it.
One night, I remember I slept like 3 hours, and I woke up and I was like energized.
All right.
Yeah.
Before you went to the army, right? Like how long did you actually sleep for?
Oh my god! When I was in school,
Yeah.
a bit too long. I remember around 8 hours during the night, and then almost every day I did come home and nap for like an hour or two.
So that's like a lot of sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I love sleeping. It's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, who doesn't love
sometimes
sleeping?
I'd wake up. No, not wake up. I'd be like in the middle of my day, and sometimes I actually just open his door, like half naked, just woke up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, I was napping. I'm like, bro,
actually-
why are you napping now?
I just realized I opened your door today and you were napping. I was cooking.
Yeah,
and I-
you're napping today. What do you mean?
I thought I heard something.
Yeah, it was me.
It was you. I heard something. I was like, what's that? And you're lucky I had because I was naked under there. Before we jump back into Alex's story, a quick shout out to today's sponsor, MyBonk. So what is MyBonk? MyBonk is a cutting-edge Lightning Network Bitcoin node designed for a seamless plug-and-forget setup, making Bitcoin transactions not only faster, but more accessible. Manufactured and endorsed in the Bitcoin hub of El Salvador, it's not just technology, it's progress. So next time you think of MyBonk, think beyond the node. It's a commitment to Bitcoin's future. Huge thanks to MyBonk for making this episode possible. Back to the show. How did your experience in the military shape your perception of masculinity? And did it align with or challenge your preconceptions of it?
Well, it did make me realize that, I mean, out there's some tough motherfuckers out there. And it does, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it does toughen you up. I don't want to sound like it toughened me like, look at me, I'm not exactly the biggest guy out there, am I? But I remember one time I can't remember exactly what happened. I think some files went missing. Something went missing. And we all got blamed for it, like I said before, obviously. And we were made to do, basically we were just made to just keep doing push-ups. And because it was so hot, it was summer, and we were doing it on stone, yeah, it was burning hot.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it was burning hot. So, and we,
I can imagine the inside of you.
it got to the point where we actually told him, like, we can't do anymore because it's really, like, burning our hands. I remember there were, like, a few of us were bleeding from here.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And he was like, so you can't do it like that?
Fuck you.
Yeah, so you can't do it like that? And he was like, all right, do it like
I
that.
was going to say, just do it on your feet. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, do it on your fists. And I remember looking at him, I'm like, why?
You mother.
Why?
I'm burning him, man.
Yeah, and I was like,
Cooking.
please.
Bro,
I remember you just kept doing
There's no
it and
pity.
doing
Did
it.
they have any pity sometimes? Like, did they sort of soften up at some points where they clearly saw you guys were struggling and they sort of were like, oh shit, or not?
Not really.
His mother.
they don't give
Damn.
a shit, man.
But they're doing it they were all correctly. Eh?
Some guy fainted. I remember. I can't remember what activity we were doing. I just remember he looked a bit ill, and then we were just looking at him and just collapsed. I'm like, oh, yeah, and just collapsed, and we had to get medic out.
Did you ever fall ill? Like, what happens if you fall ill? Like, if you're sick, like, do they still?
They do. They're basically the way it works. You get 20 days holiday throughout the 14 months, which you can place at certain times.
Okay.
And then 20 days sick leave. But the sick leave, it needs to be approved by a doctor.
Okay.
You know, you need to have a proper reason to use your sick leave.
No, for sure.
And I didn't really think I used any. I mean, there were times where I was really ill, like with a cold and stuff.
Yeah.
But my senior officers, this was towards the end, and I was close with, he just said, suck it up. And I was like, okay, yeah, fair.
So I'm guessing you had no injuries.
Injuries, no.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I had a few, I did have scratches on my leg
Oh, okay.
from crawling. I actually, one time we did go camping just to show us some things, and I woke up and this arm was full of just dots. I don't know what it was. It looked like bites. No clue what it was. And that is the one time I went to doctor and I was like, what is happening to me? Because it was itchy. It was going everywhere.
Oh, shit.
and I had no idea what it was, and he just gave me this cream and it went away in like 2 days. But a lot of us had it, so
Okay.
it was
Must be
either
some insect or something.
some insect crawling around. But yeah, and that experience actually made me hate camping. I'm never doing that
I
again.
love camping. I love it.
Oh man,
Every-
I never did camping actually.
Every year, it's funny because it's sort of like a sort of thing you would do in the military service. My dad came up with it 3 years ago. My two best friends came over, and he basically told us, "Well, put your blindfolds on." He put us in the car, drove us off, put us somewhere, and he's like, "We'll come back home." And he just left.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and
Well,
since then we've done it
you
every
and
year.
your friend.
Yeah, we
Well,
didn't have
how
anything. No
old?
phone.
How old are we?
15.
My God.
15,
Bro.
16.
It's
So
not-
we did, but it wasn't that. I think he drove for like 15 minutes maybe. But I mean, 15 minutes. We were just in the field. We were just looking at each other, and honestly, it's one of my best moments with them. So the next year we did it again. So we did even further, and then this year in June again we did it again, and we camped.
Oh my God.
And it was honestly it was great.
Maybe we should.
Honestly, that experience really put me off
Yeah.
camping.
Yeah, and
And
yeah.
also, we woke up and oh my God, I'll never forget that big snake skin outside our tent.
There's snakes in Cyprus.
Yeah, in some like fields there are, especially in the summer. Not exactly poisonous, but for me, if there's one thing I'm scared of, it's snakes. I hate them.
Really?
And I remember I woke up and I saw that and I was like, nah. And I moved the tent. I literally moved the tent. I was like, no. I just moved it.
Is it like those like traditional military tents where it's like these like?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were allowed to bring our own tents, but I didn't have a tent. I
Yeah.
never
Is
camped.
it like the ones where you have to build it yourself, or is it those?
Yeah. No, you
So-
build it yourself. You build it yourself.
You build yourself. You build everything, man.
Yeah.
You clean everything. You build everything.
Yeah,
you
basically.
listen.
The army does make you good with your hands. It makes you like, oh God, we had this when I say senior officer, I mean top officer in
Okay.
Cyprus. He basically once a year he will come and check on you, and it was our turn in February, I think it was, and we had to set up so many tents, massive tents. We just kept doing it. We were doing that for I think 5 hours,
Doing this pub.
just putting things together on top.
Yeah.
And that's also
It's-
helps with the teamwork.
Yeah.
It's all
Really.
about teamwork, right?
It's all
Everything.
about,
Basically,
just
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
camaraderie, teamwork.
It's very important for you to
Absolutely.
be in a team.
Effective communication is vital in any environment. How did your communication skills evolve during your military service, and in what ways have they influenced your interactions and relationships?
As I said before, I mean, it does really put things into perspective. Like, meeting these people, they can come from poor areas, and like, I don't really know how to put it, but when we're together, like, we talk to each other a lot, and because towards the end we did talk about everything, struggles of family, everything, and just makes you realize that sometimes life could be a lot harder, and
Be grateful
it
what you
helps with
have.
your communication skills because it makes you, let's say, more not sensitive but like more open
More open.
more open to other people's influences and what other people are going through. Again, it just basically army is a lot of teamwork. Just makes you it good in a team. Makes you realize that you're not the center of everything. You can focus on yourself, but you are not the center of everything. You have to expand to others. You have to learn, take what you can, learn from others, and then it'll just help you develop as a person. But by learning from everyone else's different experience, because everyone's different. Everyone's experienced different things. Like you just said about your camping story. I'm telling you about the army, stuff like that. Yeah, basically it's that.
So, do you share your problems with others, like your friends or anything?
My friends back home, yeah. And obviously...
but not in the army, I'm guessing.
No, towards the end we did.
Towards the end,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, we did. I mean, we got close enough where it was fine. Like, every time we'd get out of the army together, we'd go out together, we'd have a drink, have fun. But we did just used to talk about everything together, what we were doing. Like, if I remember one of my friends, his mum had a problem. And so we all said, all right, let him out for this whole week. And then the captain basically said, you're not allowed, because that means you guys won't go out. And we said, okay, we won't get out then. And he just got out for the whole week. He sorted out his problems.
See,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
teamwork, helping each other. That's
So
great.
yeah, like what you're saying is like there's a lot of communication in the military, right? Like That's what a lot of people think wrong about masculinity. You know, like you keep things to yourself,
Yeah, no,
and you just like bottle in, but not really the case, because we love talking to our problems with our brothers, you know, and find solutions. So that's a good example that what he said.
Yeah, I mean, you have to learn from others. You can't learn by yourself.
sure.
I mean, obviously you can read every book, but I mean, like I said, everyone has different experiences. Like coming to uni, especially.
Okay, Alex, have you masturbated?
No.
Not in the army.
No way.
No way.
You get caught doing that, you're done.
Really?
Yeah. You get caught doing
Like
that.
wanking.
Really?
Yeah. You get caught, you're done.
How old?
So wait. So did you wank?
No.
Oh, really? Wow. So there was like no way of actually like loophole to actually do it.
Well, there probably was. I'm not gonna lie, there probably
so
was.
You weren't that.
But I did
desperate
not
to-
risk it. I'm not gonna risk not going home to have a
It
wank.
comes over and you have your
We had these really old walkie-talkies. Oh my god.
walkie-talkies.
Yeah,
Oh, my days.
really old. They were like probably that big.
Yeah, like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah,
type,
the
kind
antenna
of.
was that big.
Yeah, the
You basically just had to learn how to communicate with someone on the other line, so you know that's not that is one of your soldiers and not someone else. Basically saying the right words and stuff
So
like
it's
that.
not like a traditional walkie-talkie, right? Like the
No.
walkie-talkies that we see normally, like the small,
No, it's massive.
like
It's massive wage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what's like difference? What's the difference between them? They basically do the same thing, right?
The range.
The range is like
Yeah, the range is a
crazy.
lot. Like
Okay.
basically when there was shooting for other bases, sometimes you would go and just help out. And obviously you had to talk with each other saying this guy's coming through, let him in, blah blah blah. And it reached very far. It must have been it was a mountain, so I was at the bottom and the guy I was talking to was at the very top and we could speak clearly to each other. They look old but they work.
Did you finish by like over every time, or is that like a myth too?
No, we didn't say over.
Really? Oh man.
But you're supposed to say that, right? So that you know.
Yeah, I think
when it
you
ends.
probably are.
Really?
Well, I
You
don't think we
remember-
did.
Okay, yeah. Well. Do you think you reached your potential in that, like, or could you done better in certain areas? Because I know, as you said, you regret not taking another what do you call it?
Like special forces.
Special
but
force thing, yeah. But is there anything else where you thought like maybe I should have done that differently, or maybe I should have done this, or you're like happy with what you've done?
Except from going to special forces, I'm
Yeah.
happy with it.
You're happy with it.
I've,
Yeah.
I've got it
No
done.
regrets,
It's
no,
out
yeah.
of the way.
No, for sure.
That's good actually.
Yeah.
Waste of time though. I did wait.
See, it's funny because you keep saying waste of time, but I do find, but then again, because it's your perspective of, obviously you've done it, I haven't. So maybe if I've done it, I'd have a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
But I think every country should have like a mandatory, not I don't know, not like specifically for the act of war, like be ready for war, but the sense of like discipline and camaraderie, like teamwork, leadership, all those crucial roles for a man. Like, I think they should be mandatory, like in every country. Maybe not as in-
mandatory, but like
or maybe like proposed,
optional.
like the government proposes this
Yeah.
stuff, or
make
no,
make
you know
things
what,
for
even
free.
mandatory. No, because men are getting. I'm sorry, but like men are getting just so lazy now. They're just only. Like, I feel like we need something to toughen up the generation because we're just so complacent and all. Just so.
Have you seen the video like the American men in like 1960s or something like that? I don't know the exact time. They had like mandatory workouts like in high school or something.
Yeah.
And they all look.
I know, yeah, exactly. Like the standards of like health and
they're
working
all
out and
healthy
stuff.
and
If you
everything,
look at everybody, obviously, especially at school, high school, everybody worked out. All the guys that had these competitions and stuff. Today, it's just play football. Like,
Honestly, I do disagree with that because,
okay, good.
again, it's each to their own. There are not everyone has to be tough. Like you've got like some people they specialize in different things, maybe computers or something like that.
Yeah.
Being smart, like we wouldn't be anywhere without them either.
No, for sure.
Like obviously, it's good to have a sense of toughness, obviously, and being masculine, but it does get to a point where it does get too far.
Yeah, but again, yeah, maybe not in those extreme scenarios as you said. Maybe like later in life, maybe not as extreme, but like the whole, like obviously not as a stressful. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you do need the stress.
I don't know. It's a balance, right?
Because the thing
Like,
is
the
that
thing is,
Life by itself is stressful.
yeah,
as well.
I know for sure.
The thing
sure.
is, like, if it's optional, right? The people who actually need it wouldn't.
Yeah,
even
maybe.
try.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people need. Yeah.
So
Because as you said, like you said, the computer science guys. But if they actually went through that, it wouldn't impact anything in the computer science thing. Like they would
Yeah,
still.
but they would waste their time because they obviously their thing is the computer science.
Yeah, but then is it wasting time learning all those valuable stuff like teamwork, leadership, even toughness? Because I mean, obviously we're not talking about like being tough all the time and stuff, but I think every man should have a sense of toughness. Because they can't. I don't know. I don't want to go into too deep stuff, but you see what I mean. Like,
Mm.
yeah, well, like when you
I
experience that like toughness, right? You just have that I don't know that the experience that you have is just amazing.
I mean, it is nice to have the experience. It's nice to know for certain things I can do certain things that basically not everyone can because
Yeah.
not everyone does the
like
army.
dismantling a 63 thingy thing.
That is fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Shooting.
Is
a
it
tank.
as fast as in the movies where you just go tack, or
No.
no, okay?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
just slowly just like clack.
No. When you start getting good at it, like my record time must have been 45 seconds, I think,
Okay, yeah,
and that was good.
really, okay.
And then that was quite good because everything just fits into place. It's really satisfying as well,
Yeah,
basically.
you just click.
Yeah, actually, walk me to the process. Like, what do you start with and how do you end
Okay,
with?
so
Because I'm
We
pretty
shifted
interested
from
in
a whole different.
yeah,
That went off track quickly, but it's fine. Let's just dive into
this.
that.
Oh yeah, okay.
So-
Off track.
yeah.
Sorry.
No,
So
sorry. It's
you
just
see,
interesting.
like I said before, you've seen like a rifle on code, like
Of
I
course.
think AK, yeah. So say it's on this table, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's two not screws there, but just like little things that you can push out. So you
Okay.
push those two out, the back comes off.
Okay.
The back,
The back as in like the shoulder
Yes,
thing.
where you put your shoulder.
What's it called? I forgot.
I know it in Greek.
I was gonna
don't
say,
know.
yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say it in Greek.
Yeah, anyways,
It's called the glistro for us.
Glista.
Yeah.
Is it the glistro?
Let's do
This
let's
is
do a
like
Greek
in
lesson.
English, so
It's
that-
been a while since I've been.
Let's
there.
learn all these words.
I forgot. And then basically the handle where you shoot, it becomes loose enough. And then
Okay.
and then again on the handle, there's another thing that you can push out that comes.
Okay.
Like it's really simple.
Yeah.
And then, you know where you pull back. You ever seen that?
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
pull it
the-
back.
yeah.
You pull that back, and that's when the glistro comes out, which basically it stops your gun from jamming. That's what you need to keep clean.
Hmm.
That comes out. You twist off the head, and that's it. Then you just
Okay.
clean all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't seem too difficult, but I'm guessing like when
It's-
you
it's
have to do
not
it fast and something.
fast
Like
is difficult.
Yeah,
Blindfolded, that is difficult.
that. You gotta do it blindfolded.
We didn't have to, but like I'm telling you, like with friends, we had to make the best out of a bad situation. So like, all right, we're gonna test each other. Whoever can time it fast, whoever can do it blindfolded. That was hard.
Imagine you shoot yourself blindfolded.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you think that it shouldn't be so a military service style kind of experience shouldn't be forced onto everybody, but only for those that wish to do it.
Yeah, basically, I mean, in Cyprus it's weird because obviously it's everything with the war and everything, but I mean, why does everyone have to do it? I mean, I remember kids from school, like just small, scrawny kids, smart, would never hurt a fly. Why would they have to do it? Because they went in, they didn't. I've seen them after. They didn't come out much different because what they basically did was just stay by themselves and just try
I
like
see what you mean.
be by themselves and not stand out so they don't get picked on basically. And I always felt bad for those people because why would they have to do it? And another thing that really messed with me when I was in was like at Christmas time, the girls we knew from school were all coming back from uni. So then you have that feeling of you actually have the sense you're going left behind because they're all coming with stories saying, oh yeah, we did all these things at uni, some were working, stuff like that.
And then you just go out of the
yeah,
military service and you feel like
me and my friends are like, so our past 3 months has been exactly the same every day.
yeah,
Nothing has changed.
I see what you're saying. Like
And you just feel like the sense of being left behind. Everyone's going on with their lives, and we're just back. We're just still in Cyprus doing nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
So the regret that you have is that 1 year could have been used in many other things, like
I could have
experience. Like what
Like
would you
traveling
have
or
done?
something. Yeah.
maybe
Well-
traveling, maybe basically starting uni earlier. Yeah, like I could have done that, but like say I did it now, 20. If say after the army I did my gap year, I'd be 21 when I started uni. That means when I finished uni, I'd be like 24, 25.
Yeah, kind of old. But
Yeah.
So you feel like you just lost a year of your life,
But
even though you still learn some stuff.
yeah, but now that I'm out, I'm happy I did it. I am quite.
Okay.
I'm happy I did it because I have no problems working in the government when I get older.
Yeah.
I have no problems returning to Cyprus.
Okay.
People that haven't done it, basically, when they get to the airport and they do the checks, if you've done it, they will make a problem out of it. I have a friend that didn't do it, and he has to go back to Cyprus every 3 months. So he lives in London. He's studying at UCL.
Yo, so every time he's got to take the plane, go back,
Go
sort that
back,
out.
go to a court, basically, of the army.
What?
Yeah. It's to show them that he is still not
That is
fit
extreme,
enough,
to be
not
honest,
well
yeah,
enough to
that-
do the army, and then go out to. It's just a hassle.
You know, in that sense, it's not that. Yeah, great. Yeah, I might agree with you on that. I don't know, like the whole if it's mandatory, but then if it's not mandatory, then those that really do need this sense of like, I don't know.
One thing I'm glad about when you say it's mandatory was that my friends were also doing it.
Yeah. Do you get it? So do you have any high school friends doing it with you then? Because as it was in the area.
No, actually,
Really?
I actually got unlucky with that.
Oh.
I had a lot of friends that were together. But I mean, it's fine. We called, we talked, but yeah. Apart from that, it was okay. Like we shared what happened, and sometimes we would laugh about what would happen.
So even if you don't have any illness or some
You can fake
mental
one.
stuff, you can. Yeah, but then independent from that, you can't actually quit. Like be like I'm done. I can't.
No, you can't do that.
Damn. But then if one of your friends would be like, guys, I'm gonna fake it. I can't anymore. Like you would push them to.
That
be
did
like,
happen a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
We'd be like, shut the fuck up.
No,
Go
we
on,
just
man.
no, we
Go on,
ju-
let's
yeah,
go.
we just said, don't, just
Don't,
give
yeah.
it,
Just stay together.
just day by day. If you look at it from the long run, you will not do it.
Yeah.
You will not do it. If
Yeah,
you-
yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, continue because that is a great thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if like, and this is actually surprisingly, this is what my dad told me, and he never did the army. He just said, take it day by day. Do not
Absolutely.
don't
yeah.
look. All right,
I completely
I
agree with
finish in
that.
14 months. Be like, all right, I've got tomorrow, and then I get out the next day, and I've got tomorrow. Then just keep going
Absolutely,
and
yeah,
going
just-
and
just-
going.
Instead of just seeing the long run, just think the short run. Just be like, tomorrow.
Yeah, and then just it gets better.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I completely agree with that. What do you
100%.
think? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I can't disagree with this. Like,
Yeah, no.
it's just
I
what it
don't
is.
agree
don't fucking
with
disagree.
this shit. What are you talking about?
Then I'm a Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's just day by day, just get through it,
Nah, absolutely, yeah.
and then you'll be good. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And,
What do you think about the podcast?
I definitely like what you're doing. Like, I like that you've made a podcast. You're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Because I saw this interview the other day. I can't remember who said it, but like 90% of podcasts don't make it past
Yeah.
episode 3.
Really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
this is episode 4, isn't it?
Yo.
Let's
this is episode
go.
4.
See?
Let's go.
And like
Top
then
10.
5% don't make it past episode 10, and just keep going and going and
going.
going.
He's gone,
Like you guys are staying consistent, which is good.
For them, I mean, honestly, yeah. So far, so good. I think
Yeah.
I'm not. Thing is, like people always say, like, yeah, just stay motivated, but sometimes discipline has to do the work too. Like,
I had to be disciplined last week.
yeah. Last
Yeah,
week,
you know.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
he
he didn't want to do it. It's like, bro, if you gotta do it, it's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, see?
It's one of our best podcasts.
Yeah,
It's
it's
one-
actually 1 hour
hour,
podcast.
1 hour, and got great
It's,
feedback.
it's
on it.
very like just do
Yeah,
it.
sometimes it's just when it comes to motivation and stuff, sometimes like discipline just has to overthrow motivation. And even though those guys say, "Oh, motivation is shit, you don't need motivation. Be disciplined." Like you need motivation.
No, you need
'Cause you
motivation.
don't do shit about.
Mm.
Like I think that's a wrap up. I think
Yeah,
you
100%.
told us a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
Your whole
Some
journey
amazing
in the military, how it impacted you, how it changed you, not only as a man but as a friend. All those valuable things you need, not only as a man but as a human being. Discipline, toughness when needed, teamwork, leadership in some cases, and just grinding that and just being together. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast.
I appreciate you guys having me. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, honestly, you taught us a lot. It's good stuff. We learned a lot about the military service itself, how it is in Cyprus. We learned a couple of Greek words.
Yeah. You learn how to pronounce
I
your
forgot
name.
all of them. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you again,
Thank
Alex,
you so
for
much for
coming.
watching.
It was
Thanks for
a
having me. It's great.
It was great honor to have a Cypriot soldier.
Cyprus
Yeah.
soldier.
Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This was
Yeah.
Jared,
And this was Fahim.
This is Alex.
Yeah.
and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.
Take care. Bye.
I really enjoyed that. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you came on, man.
I really like that.
See.